Once upon a time, there was a little cloud named Harry. Harry had two bigger brothers, Charlie and Lester, who were both rain clouds. Harry was very proud of his brothers, and he loved to listen to their stories about places they had been. Places like the Amazon, Ireland, and Cape Horn. It all sounded so wonderful to Harry that naturally he decided to become a rain cloud too. So, one day Harry floated over to the rain cloud department to put in an application. The old thunderhead who was in charge told Harry that before becoming a rain cloud, he would have to pass the entrance exam.
The exam consists of one question, said the old thunderhead. Are you ready?
Yes, sir, said Harry.
Very well. Then here's the question. If we sent you out to rain on a farm that is 3 miles wide and 4 miles long, what's the area of that farm?
Let's see, thought Harry. The farm is 3 miles wide and it's 4 miles long. So the area must be 3 times 4, or 12 square miles. I would rain on a farm having 12 square miles, said Harry.
That's correct, said the old thunderhead. Welcome to the rain cloud department.
Harry leaped with joy. He was a rain cloud. A very little one, but a rain cloud nonetheless. His first job was apprentice rain cloud, shower division. He was sent out on all kinds of assignments. A sun shower on Cape Cod, a sprinkle in Texas, and a few drops over San Francisco. But Harry dreamed about going to Cape Horn, where the old-timers said, "That's where a cloud's a cloud." Pretty soon, Harry was up for the seasonal rain division exams. If he passed, he would help water the crops. Harry was very nervous about the exam, so he decided to see his brother Charlie, who had worked over the Midwest wheat fields. "The only difficulty in being a seasonal rain cloud," said Charlie, "is that you sometimes have to use fractions. For instance, on your exam, they may ask you the area of a farm that's 1/4 of a mile wide and 1/3 of a mile long." Gee, thought Harry, I know you find an area by multiplying, and I can multiply whole numbers, but how do I multiply with fractions? Let's see. If this is 1 square mile, then this would be 1/4 of a mile, and that's 1/3 of a mile. Then that's the area of the farm. So that must be 1/4 times 1/3 square miles. But what part of the whole square mile is it? I can split the whole square mile into parts that are all the same size. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 rows, and 1, 2, 3 columns. So that's 4 times 3, which equals 12. That means there are 12 pieces. But 1/4 times 1/3 is just one of those pieces. So 1/4 times 1/3 must be 1/12 of a square mile. Then the farm is 1/12 square miles. Harry was very proud that he could multiply with fractions. He took the exam and passed it, and was now a full-fledged seasonal rain cloud. One day his brother Lester came to him and said, "Harry, you have to go along with me on an assignment. Charlie was supposed to go, but he's not feeling very wet. You'll have to cover his area." But I'm not as big as he is," stammered Harry. "Don't worry," said Lester. "I'll cover part of it. The area you'll have to cover is 2/5 of a mile wide and 3/4 of a mile long. Figure out what part of a square mile that is, so you'll know how much rain to take." Gosh, whoever thought a rain cloud would have to know so much about math? Now I have to figure out what 2/5 times 3/4 of a square mile is. Harry looked around until he saw a square mile. My area, thought Harry, is 2/5 of a mile wide and 3/4 of a mile long. Then that area is 2/5 times 3/4 of a square mile. But what part of a mile is that? It would help if I knew how many little rectangles make up the whole square mile. Let's see, said Harry. There are 5 rows and 4 columns. That's 5 times 4, which equals 20. That means there are 20 rectangles in this square mile. Now, how many do I have to cover? I can cover 2 rows and 3 columns. That's 2 times 3, which equals 6. So 6 of the rectangles is my area. That's 6/20ths of a square mile. Then 2/5 times 3/4 equals 6/20ths. So I need enough rain for 6/20ths of a square mile. Harry did such a good job of covering his part of the square mile that he got a citation and was made an apprentice storm cloud.
You will receive training, said the old thunderhead, down at Cape Horn.
So, if you should ever find yourself down at Cape Horn, look up at the sky. Maybe you'll see Harry.